And here's Trump. He had his official inauguration picture. Here it is. It's badass. Here's the picture side by side with the mugshot that they gave him. This was from the mugshot to his inauguration picture. I mean, you talk about a comeback story, man. What this guy's done is unbelievable. Now, I'm curious to see how it's going to be on Inauguration Day, because we know what happened to Washington, D.C. on Trump's last Inauguration Day. They were burning the place all over. Fires were going off. Businesses were looted. Stores were burned. It was chaos there. And, of course, nothing was done about this with these people. They were allowed right back out onto the street. No harm, no foul. So I'm curious to see what the resistance level is going to be this time around. It just seems like they have to be demoralized and just defeated and depleted after basically throwing the book at Donald Trump, 2 assassination attempts against his life. They've smeared his name in every single aspect of the media. And he won the popular vote this time and won in a landslide, getting the House and the Senate. So it's like you did everything possible in the tool shed to stop the guy, and he came out winning bigger than ever. So how do you keep the resistance level up? I'm curious to see. I'm sure we're going to see some of it down there. Hopefully everything is peaceful. There's no troublemakers, no instigators in the crowd. We know that they're going to be trying to do their best to get some type of January 6th type vibe, type feeling down there, if they can embed some people into the crowd, some agitators. But people will definitely be on the lookout for that. And if they see people starting trouble right away, their first thought is going to be, this guy is on the inside here. This is a setup. So I think a lot of people are going to be looking for that. So I pray that everything stays peaceful. I know that we've seen that Black Lives Matter has been completely just destroyed. Their momentum is gone. They've even tried a few things in the city with absolutely nobody showing up. I think they had 20 people showed up at their last march that they were trying to have. That whole movement is dead in the water because they turned out to be frauds. And so people were, I think most of the people are into that mindset of fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. And that's how people feel with the Black Lives Matter movement. They got bamboozled, they've been hoodwinked, and you're not going to get me a second time. So we're going to see what type of resistance there is. But other than that minute minority of people that are going to be out there trying to ruin what's going to be a historic day, Trump, just the second president in U.S. history to now start another term after not winning an election. He's the first person to do that since Grover Cleveland. So it's a historic day, and it's just for Trump, when everything for Trump, for us, for the people in the movement, people that have been with him since day one, like myself. I've been a Trump guy since he announced his presidency, coming down the escalator, and it is amazing to be on this ride with him. I'm honored to be on this side and to be a part of it, the ups and the downs. And I think that, and I've said this many times before on a podcast, but I do think that, God's plan, he knows better than we do. And it's just, if Trump had won that first presidency in 2020, or his reelection, he would have been underneath a Democrat Senate, a Democrat House. He would have got nothing done. It would have been impeachment after impeachment. We still would have had these people on the inside of the Trump administration in there to undermine them that we didn't know about. It was just, I think it was hard to go through these last 4 years. But I think sometimes that's the way you learn the most. I think failure is important. I think that's one of the problems that we're seeing in our society with our kids in this country right now, is that we are removing failure. We're removing obstacles from our kids, from our teens, not giving them anything to overcome. And I think that is an issue, because as much as it sucks, I think without failure, you have no improvement. I mean, you have very little ways to grow without failures. And we saw the failure that happened in 2020 with Donald Trump, with the election being taken away from him and us being persecuted, everything that happened during the COVID lockdowns, Donald Trump getting locked up, having to go on trial, and everything that's happened over the course of the last 4 years, I think has only strengthened the movement. I think you do have people now, I think on our side here, that there's a little too much going on with some of the people where, and this is going to happen, everyone kind of wants more credit than everybody else. I did this, I did that. So you're seeing a little bit of that. I pray that once this inauguration happens, we'll see some of that start to die down, and we could all just come together. But for the majority of us, it's an awesome ride to have been on. And I think that right now, it's the strongest Donald Trump that we've ever seen. And I think it's the the most likely to succeed Donald Trump than we've had. Coming into 16, obviously he was a greenhorn in the political world, didn't know really how the whole thing worked. He was learning as on the fly. Obviously, in 2020, he would have been totally stonewalled. Now he comes in. He's got the mandate from the American people. He's got the Senate and the House. He has the best opportunity. He's in the best position to win for himself, and he's in the best position to win for us, the American people. And I'm excited about it. I know you guys are too. I will be down there on Monday for this historic inauguration. Hope to see you guys down there. So this is it. So next time I'm back on the podcast here with you guys, Donald Trump will be our president. And man, does that feel good to finally say, after such a long, hard-fought battle, to get back into this position that we're in right now.
You're